So today I made perhaps the worst financial decision of my life. I decided that I'm gonna start playing Warhammer 40k. Um, I've been resisting the siren song of Warhammer for about a year now, maybe even a little bit longer, because it has always kind of seemed like my jam. It's turn-based strategy, which is something I love, and space, and it just really reminds. It's like board game StarCraft, but turn-based. So, yeah, it's like all that stuff speaks my language, and like getting real nerdy and like deep in the weeds on the numbers. I'm like, and what has always kept me away from doing Warhammer is partially the cost. Like, yes, spending the money like is not great, but like the time investment of collecting the pieces, putting the models together, painting the models, and then finding the time to go play the game, which one game could be 2 or 3 hours or whatever. And I recently learned about a variant of Warhammer called Kill Team, and they have a starter kit, which that's what I got, which has everything you need to play a game, which is cool. So basically, if you don't know anything about Warhammer, essentially it's set in like a super future universe where it's just war all the time. So there's aliens and superhumans, and that's really what you need to know. And it's the game is it's turn-based, army-wide combat. So think of it like Risk, sort of, to some degree. You have large armies, and they each do different things, and you move them. And like you get each character is worth so many points, and you have a point budget, and the normal game is 2,000 points, which could be like 50 plus models, right? So it's like getting 50 guys, expensive, time consuming, and then you have to learn what they do, and then take them somewhere to play the game, and setting it up takes a half hour or whatever. And so it's like, okay, I'm always kind of busy, and it's like, so, but then I found out about this other variant called Kill Team. So it's Warhammer, but it's hard to explain. In Warhammer 40k proper, you move your entire army, and then your opponent moves his entire army. That's a turn. In Kill Team, I move one piece, and each of us only has 10 or less. So it's much more squad-based, skirmish. And so it's like, oh, you only need 10 guys. Like, that's not that expensive. And both in terms of cost, like you can get a box set ready to go guys for like $60, and then you just gotta paint them. So realistically, you're in for like $100 to play the game one time, which ironically, this costs $100. And you get two sets of guys with it. You don't get the paint, but you get everything else you need to play. So it's pretty cool. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, so I could play a type of Warhammer Light, Diet Warhammer. For like, there's probably people who play Guilty that would be really mad that I said that, but whatever. Diet Warhammer. I'm playing Diet Warhammer, and I'm really excited about it. And okay, so here's my experience so far. Okay, back up. So I found out about Kill Team, started doing the research on the internet, posted about it on a Facebook group. A guy I played hockey with, a friend of mine, was like, I got stuff, don't buy anything yet. And so I went over to his house and saw he has room for like Warhammer and Magic the Gathering, like solid nerd dude. And it's always fun when you're like, oh, you play hockey, and like, we're nerds. And also he's a pink flamingo in his front yard, if you know what that means. You're like, okay, good for you, bud. If you don't know what that means, look it up. It's not appropriate for a video. And then he gave me, he was like, what team are you leaning towards? I was like, oh, Space Marines. So he gave me, this is called a sprue, and it has all the little bits and pieces you need to make a small squadron of guys. And then he gave me some paint and some brushes, and yeah, I'm excited. And then I went and I did more research, and I found out that like what he gave me to get started, like, isn't technically a legal kill team. It would be called a proxy kill team, where I guess you just show up when you're playing and you're like, this guy is actually this. So it's like, as long as it's like, this is a Marine, pretend he has this kind of a gun. Everyone's like, oh, okay. And because they just, people just want to play and they don't want to get too in the weeds. Apparently there are some turbo people that are really sticklers. They're like, that's not allowed. Like, whatever, we don't care about that. We're just trying to have fun. Little hobby, get off the internet, get off the screens, take your phone, throw it in the river. Probably not, because apparently like a lot of the rules are on the phone. So but less on the screen, more real life, more people. I figured ever since like the pandemic, I'm like, I probably should hang out with some people a little more, because I'm getting older and like I don't really have friends anymore. It's like I've got people I work with, people I play hockey with, and like people, if I see them, I'm like, yeah, great. But like I never like call my friends because I don't really drink, and it's like the only time me and my friends get together is when we're working. So we started a business. Like it just doesn't really work. We don't just like hang out and do nothing. So I was like, okay, I need a hobby where I kind of just hang out and do nothing. Which of course I've already started a Warhammer YouTube channel, and like, so this is a business too. I'm gonna try to focus on it, make it more of a hobby. But I'm excited. It looks fun as hell. Like, look at that stuff. Look at that stuff. Isn't it neat? Look at these little guys. You can see those are orcs. I showed these to my girlfriend and she's like, they're so stupid, I love it. And I'm like, okay. So I ended up getting this box set because like to just buy one of the kill teams, it's like $60, and this box set's like $100 some. So now I get 2 kill teams, the terrain, and like some stuff you could put on the map to like have cover, and then some dice. Doesn't come with paint, which is like, oh well, I can go buy paint. The paint's cheap. And I got brushes for my friend, so set, I'm good. I got what I need. And he's like, well, yeah, a lot of people don't even paint their models, like they just want to go play. It's like, okay. So just putting these together, and looking at this sprue, I'm like, because you gotta snip these like individual little pieces out, and I'm like, okay, like that might be some good ASMR. ASMR tapping on a Warhammer sprue. And then technically, if I do that, if I make an ASMR video with all the Warhammer stuff I buy, it's a tax write-off, because that's how taxes work. Probably not. If my accountant sees this, he will go, that's not how it works, idiot. And I'll be like, yeah, probably. Let's not write off the Warhammer expenses until the Warhammer YouTube channel, if that does anything, then we'll be like, okay, we can write these expenses off. But until then, I don't think we can write anything off. But that's here nor there. So, yeah. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I'm excited. And I wanted to make a little video to just talk about kind of where my mindset's at, about this, and we'll see. It'll be fun. Do you play Warhammer? Are there any Warhammer people out there? Can you play Warhammer digitally over Zoom? I wonder. That'd be fun, maybe. Or maybe it would just be stupid. Because there's not like from what I gather about Warhammer, there's not like a digital version, which seems weird to me that there's not a true, like there's a real-time strategy version, and there's like first-person shooter versions of Warhammer, but like there isn't like a replacement for the game that's on the computer, which seems weird to me. There's Blood Bowl, which is another variant of Warhammer, which is like football but turn-based, which is like, I don't quite understand that, but like that was interesting to me at first, and I just never really like spent the time to get into it. And also I kind of figured it's like, well, if there's a digital version, I'll just do that. And then I was like, then it's a video game, and it negates the whole point of like going outside and making friends. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, if this goes well, if I enjoy Kill Team and I enjoy the model building process, the next step up, you can get something called the Combat Patrol, which is like a much bigger box with way more models, because this is like 5 or 6 dudes here, and like the Combat Patrol box would have 25, including like some big machinery guys. This is what machinery is. And then I could, if I got that, then I could play like the smallest level of Warhammer, which is like a 500-point game. And to buy one of those big kits is like $160. Plus, I'd probably have to pay a lot more in paint. But like, I didn't. That's why I kept myself to a budget. I was like, don't spend more than like $100 today. Because if you don't like it, then you'll feel stupid. But if you do like it, but yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm excited. I'm gonna start building some of the stuff. I'm gonna tear this box open, but I wanted to make a video about it. I don't know why the box had to be unopened for me to make a video, but that's how my brain works. So you get a video. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. And if not, well, I hope that turns around for you real soon. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. And if you play Warhammer, let's chat. And if you have a Warhammer YouTube channel, even better. Let's collab or something. I don't know how this works. I don't know how YouTube works. I have 800 videos, and I don't know. Actually, probably have way more than that. I have like 800 videos on this one channel, and then I have however many other channels I've started and abandoned over the years. I've probably made like 2,000 YouTube videos. Maybe not that many. 1,500, maybe. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.